What's up, everybody? So, let's do a quick look comparison. This is a reconed DC audio level 1 that I had. The coil came apart when it came out of the gap and kind of kicked sideways, whatever. So I was beating these pretty good. But I did notice something too. You see the top plate right there. See the coil is it's a little burnt. That's all right. But resting, this thing sits really far in the gap. It doesn't seem to have any, it doesn't bottom out as easy as the last one, but makes me wonder if the recone that DC Audio sent me, they didn't even kind of just slapped it together. But either way, this is, I don't know what I'm going to use this for. I might invert this, put this in a girl's truck, inverted. I don't know if I'm going to do a sealed box. Probably not, because this got the rubber surround. But I would probably am going to do a 4-inch PVC pipe with the 290-degree bends. That way I can get like a 36-inch long port. Should be around 16 square inches of port per cube at tuned to 32 hertz. And about a 0.9 cubic foot box. It'll be a little undersized, but it'll be all right. So, yeah, this is DC Audio's level 1. It's got one single spider in it. And then this is the one that I built the other day. It's just a hair taller. It's because of those spacers. The washers space up the basket. See how much more the coil sits exactly center. And the coil on this thing is way freaking longer too. I think it's like 3/4 of an inch longer. Oh. And then I decided to try to take everything apart on this old M3 8-inch woofer that I've reconed multiple times. So this is an issue that happens with one of the sides of the coils. It gets open in there. This coil does not smell. It doesn't burn off. I don't know what's wrong with it. It just quits working after about 6-7 hours, and I had good clean power going to it. So I don't know if something's just getting stretched with too much excursion. I'm not 100% sure. But the bolts broke off this thing a while ago. And I just ended up gluing the spider landing, the little spacer they got, because there's dual spiders on this. So I do want to rebuild this, but then I try to get the basket off. And with the mighty power of a deadbolt hammer, ended up kind of cracking the top magnet a little bit. So I decided to gut everything for this M38. And I'm going to order some cylinder neo magnets, 1.5 inch tall, and they are 1 inch in diameter. This will be a fun project. I did line up the existing holes. I made sure it was center for the threaded holes in here, and then I ended up drilling holes through the bottom plate. That way I can put bolts from the bottom to the top plate once the magnets are in there, so nothing will shift around. Hopefully it'll keep everything centered. There are 5/16 holes. Figured to be nice beefy bolts. Keep everything from moving. It shouldn't break. Then I transferred those holes back onto the top plate to drill another set of holes. They're offset just a little bit. That way the 1 inch magnets will fit inside here and kind of come out to the edge. So this is, I still got to finish cleaning some of the glue up from the basket. So this will sit 1.5 inches. Yep. So this will sit 1.5 inches spaced apart with some neo magnets, with the south being here, the north being up top. So it'll be pretty cool. And then I am going to run spacers on this as well. I'm actually going to go get some spacers from the hardware store, or order some from lordofbase.com. I'm not sure. And then I'm going to run bolts. They're going to run all the way through. That way, if they do stick out just a little bit, it's no big deal. Because the neo magnets, I'm going to have 4 of them, are going to fit in between the biggest part of the gap. And I'm going to try to reuse this basket as much as I can. And then with the spaced up, I'm going to try to do 3 spiders. And then I got to figure out what coil, the biggest coil I can fit in this gap. So that is a pretty good sized gap. So I have no idea what I can. I know the single 4 ohm that came in this thing is not very thick. It's just a 4-layer. So it'd be nice if I can get something that's a little bit beefier, maybe a flat wound coil or something, I don't know. I gotta see what Lord Base has. And I gotta measure this, and I gotta measure that, and then make my differences, and then go on lordbase.com, like I kind of showed you guys in the past. So yeah, so this will be a nice little Neo project. Should be fun. Definitely fun beating this thing out with a hammer. So I tried to put it in the oven to get it to soften up. The glue, I couldn't get it apart. I said, fuck it. I tried like multiple times to get this thing, even with like, what do you call it? That goo off stuff. Try to soak it in there. I could not. They glued the shit out of this basket to the top. I think it's ridiculous when you got 4 bolts holding it. So, anyways, so hopefully this, was it next weekend, I can get 2 sheets of plywood. And I can work on getting a box built for home audio. So put this in a down firing. And then I'm going to put this in my girls' ride. Actually, I guess I could show you guys what I'm talking about. The new F-150. Well, the one I just put a transmission in. Not the new one. So, what we have here is the F-150, 2002. There ain't shit for room underneath these seats, but the room that we do have, when I measured it earlier today, is about 16 inches wide. There's about 21 from the seat frame here to kind of where the body starts curving up, and I can shove 7.5 inches. It's going to raise the seat up just a little bit, but if you see, the seat does kind of flex up a little bit because it's kind of old. So if I do 1/2 inch plywood, I can get about 0.9 cubic feet, and then the woofer will be So this is a dual 2 ohm coil. So we're going to run this on the what do you call it? We're going to run this thing on the Recoil Audio 600.1. So it'll be at 1 ohm. That way I don't have to have a, what do you call it? Like a grill on this. And this being inverted with a port in there, it should be plenty loud for a singleton. And we're going to do a whole recoil build on this thing too. I got the Recoil Audio 4 channel. I got her old 600.1 that's out of the old truck. We're going to put it in this one. I got to run new wires. The 6 sets of RCAs. I already got the Pioneer radio in here. And then the Echo Series 6.5s. I got to run in all the doors. So I got to make adapter plates. So yeah, so this is going to sit up here. Can't hardly pick this thing up. It's kind of heavy. This thing is heavy. So yeah, it'll be up kind of, yeah, I can't do that. It's kind of a dumb idea. But anyways, yeah, so it's going to be down firing like this. And then, seat back. I'll just stick up just like that, and then I'm gonna have a quick disconnect on the. I'm gonna have the quick disconnect on the wires installed in the box somewhere. If it does need to come out and get put in the back or whatever, it'll just be, you know, 10 seconds to do that. So yeah, so definitely got lots of projects this summer. Got to get these stock door speakers out. Get that radio going. All right, later guys.